Welcome to the Rocky Mountain ATV MC YouTube channel. I'm Josh from Ride with the Knights, and today I'm going to be sharing with you how I install a Mousse setup, and more specifically, the Mr. Wolf Lunar 2.0 Mousse Balls. We're going to be taking these bad boys and installing them into a Tusk MX T35 rear 110-118. Now, when you purchase your Mousse Balls from Rocky Mountain ATV MC, when you click on the drop-down menu, you're going to be able to see different spec size tires. So just order accordingly to the size tire that you plan on installing those, and you'll get shipped the correct size. There are just a couple different sizes, a little bit bigger, a little bit smaller. So just reference the size of your tire, you'll get the correct Mousse Balls. Let's go ahead, start installing. A little bit different unboxing experience. They just ship in a bag, and because these are the Lunar 2.0s, we don't even need to apply any silicone gel or lubricant at all. They come ready to ride with their self-applied, pre-applied Lunar 2.0 moon dust. You can see that little metallic sheen right there. If you do have a 1.0 without the moon dust, sometimes what I'll do is I'll just pour all of the mousse gel into the bag, give it a good shake, and then they're all ready to go. But we can just skip that step with these 2.0 setups. So I'll move this bag out of the way here. When you go to install these, you'll notice two imprints on the Mousse ball. You'll notice right here that there's an R, indicating that this is for a rear tire. And you'll also notice an arrow right here. This arrow, if I'm going to be installing them at the bottom of the tire like so, needs to be facing up. Just remember that the arrow is always going to be facing towards the rim or towards the hub. They also have a little bit of taper. It's hard to see when they're new, but that arrow is orienting with this taper to make sure that they fit in the tire. So I'm just gonna go ahead and start popping all these bad boys into the tire. I will say in my experience, they are not quite as slippery out of the box as when you apply the standard silicone gel with most Mousse setups, but they do fit nice and snug in there. So it's a little bit different install experience. It takes a little bit more time because you have to manually press each one of these in there. And a trick that I like to do is I kind of just work from side to side. So I'll work a little bit on one side, work a little on the other. And once I get them in, you'll notice that there's a little bit of a gap right there. If I continue that all the way around, it's gonna be hard to move all those. I like to, when I'm working around, press them towards each other to keep that gap as small as possible. So I keep them nice and tight, one at a time all the way around. You'll also notice a manufacturing seam right here. That is pretty symmetrical, or kind of right in the middle of the Mousse ball itself. So if you need to keep these, when you install them, they have a tendency to kind of want to rotate one direction or another, and you'll want to do your best to keep that manufacturing seam kind of in the middle. We're at 20 right now. When I insert this one, we'll be at 21. So this is where you get to exercise a little bit of your free agency and decide how stiff you want your setup to be. So in the past, if I want a little bit softer setup, you'll notice how square this tire's looking. And we've got the spacing in between most of these pretty tight. So if you want to go with a little bit softer setup from the beginning, you can forego installing this 21st ball in there, and you can go through with your fingers and evenly space each one of these all the way around to distribute this gap throughout all of the individual Mousse balls. Today, we're gonna try and go for a stiff setup. So I'm gonna install this 21st Mousse ball in here. Get that guy fitted right down in there. Okay, we've got 21 2.0 Mousse balls installed into the tire. We're ready to install the tire now onto the rim. Be sure, a couple things to note. Make sure that your tire, if it is directional, to orient that accordingly. These T35s are not directional, so we can install it either way. And then another thing, if this is the first time you're installing a Mousse setup, is generally I like to remove the rim strip that comes from the manufacturer. I clean it with some nice brake cleaner or some alcohol to remove any grease, and then go in with a nice sticky tape and seal off all of those rim spokes so that you can keep any dirt away from the internal side of the tire carcass. First off, I'm using the Neutron Speed Pro tire changer. I have it set up for an 18-inch rear wheel. I have the sprocket side down. Next up, I've got the rim lock oriented at 6 o'clock from my perspective here. I'm gonna go ahead, pick up my tire, go ahead, do my best to place the bead of the bottom part of the tire in between the rim lock and the rim. Now I'm gonna grab 2 of my tire irons. I'm gonna use the curved side. I'm gonna go at 2 o'clock and 10 o'clock. Get a good handle there. And I'm gonna slowly start to work this tire onto the rim. But I'm just focused on that bottom bead. So I'm gonna take some small bites, press that other side over. We're keeping an eye down here, making sure that the tire's not slipping off the bottom. We're just gonna take small bites, trying our best to get that bottom side of the tire on. Using the curved end, I insert it under, catch the rim, and then just try and take a small bite. Sometimes I have to adjust if I feel that tension's too heavy. If the tension's too tight, you need to go closer to a portion of the rim or the tire that you've already installed. We'll do that again on this same side. So I've got almost the entire bottom side of the bead on. I still have a little section right here. When you get to this end here, it's gonna be harder and harder to insert your tire irons. So sometimes I lift up on the tire, even though I'm trying to put it on, just enough to get my tire iron in, and then you can let that pressure back down. This is a pretty big bite. I'm gonna see if I can get all of that tire back on. And with that, we now have 1/2 of the tire on. Once I get that bottom half on, the next thing I'm concerned about is getting the Mousse Balls pressed into the rim as far as possible. So I have this really nice tool here, but I'm using my knee. I don't know why. So we're just gonna use our tool, and you notice how I'm kind of just focusing on pressing those Mousse Balls down so they're a little bit more centered in the rim. Play with the angle of the foot. You have this slotted groove on the back, kind of changes the angle. So you can go up here to this high position. Both the Raviconda and the Neutron feature this. I'm just gonna go around. Generally, that step is not too critical, especially if you have, say, a used Mousse Ball setup into a new tire. But being that this one's really stiff, I like to make sure that those are all centered. So now you can see we're looking a little bit better. If I let this sit, they're gonna kind of start to pull out a little bit. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started on the install part. So to orient yourself for this position, we're gonna start with the rim lock up near 12 o'clock. I like to take care of the rim lock first. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start just to the side of the rim lock. But actually, before I do that, I'm gonna use my own homemade mousse juice, which is just dish soap and water. And I'm gonna spray some along the bead. Now this is not to lubricate the mousse bib. This is to lubricate the bead of the tire against the rim so that it slides over. So I'm not using this as mousse lube. I'm using this to help the bead go over the rim. I'm gonna go ahead and start with the curved side of a tire iron, just adjacent to the rim lock. I'm gonna turn that over and use the locking feature of the Neutron tire changer. This part can get a little tricky here, but essentially the idea is I wanna start changing my tire. I wanna ensure that the rim lock doesn't get caught between the rim and the bead. I wanna press it into the tire. So a trick that I use is I just take a tire iron and I wedge it down there against one of those feet and create a lever. That way I can press down on the rim lock and press it into the tire, and then I'm gonna go ahead and take my first bite, just like that. Then sometimes I'll leave that there so it applies a little bit of pressure, grab another tire iron, and now I'm gonna go ahead and start working around my tire. I like to use the curved end of my tire irons because they're generally a little bit easier to remove. I'm just gonna take 3-inch bites, working my way around the tire. Once I get to about 5 o'clock, I'm going to use the flat side and I'm gonna insert a tire iron that I'm going to leave in there for the rest of the tire changing process. And I'll show you why in just a second. So I have inserted that. I'm gonna keep a hand on that one and then resume taking little bites out of my tire here, 3-inch bites again. I'm getting a little bit closer to 6 o'clock using the curved side of my tire irons. The reason why I like to leave one tire iron in the tire over here is because later in the tire, over here at the end, this is gonna be the tightest area that I'm gonna install. And if I can use this lever to press down on the tire, I can alleviate a little bit of tension that's opposite. Whenever you're changing a tire and you have tension in the tire, it's too tight, you can't turn it over, the solution is always going to be to relieve tension 180 degrees. If it's tight right here, it means you need to release pressure on the opposite side. As the tension increases, I reduce how large of bites I'm taking. Now I'm taking about 1-inch bites. And I'm pretty safe. Even though I have a lot of tension on this side, I'm pretty happy with this bead being sunk all the way down there. Another trick I like to do when I'm inserting, I'm always working with 2 tire irons. I like to alleviate the pressure on the tire iron that's inserted to insert the second one, then reapply that pressure, and then in combination, turn over the next one. So it's sort of a repeated pattern of releasing the pressure, inserting a tire iron, reapplying, and then the next one. And you can see I am now almost completely finished. With this point, I can either try and get a tire iron in there, which is extremely stiff, or I can just go ahead and use this nice tool. I'm gonna have to change the angle of that foot by placing it in the uppermost slot. Use the lever, pop that puppy down in there, and that's how you install a Mousse setup, specifically Mousse Balls, brand new Lunar 2.0 Mousse Balls in a brand new tire. It's a really stiff setup. You go nice and slow, follow those steps, it'll go on for you. Thanks for watching. Make sure to check out all these products here at Rocky Mountain ATV MC.